It's time to pick up an oar and row your boat for this week's Catholic High School Spotlight as we feature Notre Dame Academy's crew team by bringing in their head coach, Kat Sprague. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Nationals are right around the corner.
Yes.
How are the Eagles looking?
We're looking pretty strong. We placed second in our regionals, so that gets us moving on to nationals. So that's a good spot to be. That's where we want to be. We've been training this whole past week, just focusing on the boat, picking up boat speed, finessing our technique, and just cleaning up any issues we have to just get a little extra oomph under the water.
You had one 4-boat qualify. What made that group special to reach this point?
This group we have, they're pretty young. It's 4 sophomore rowers and a junior coxswain. So what really gets them through is they're just full of grit. Like they're just gonna go, sit down, pull, and push as hard as they can, regardless of what's going on around them. They're really good at just internalizing and focusing on what they can do, because that's really all they can, handle out there. There's boats next to them, but they can only control what they're doing internally, and that's just, they just really want it, and you can see it with everything they got.
While no seniors are featured in this group, how will you look back on the class that you had and the impact that they've left on the program?
This class, the 2024 class that's graduating, it's pretty large for rowing for us. It's about 5-6 seniors leaving. The group of seniors really had the characters of the positive culture we like at Notre Dame rowing, and so having them kind of pass the baton to the younger kids has been great and welcoming, and they'll really be missed. And there are lots of personalities in that group, so it's going to be a little bit quieter at practices until the other kids kind of get more comfortable and start, getting a little more vocal with everything and become leaders themselves, which will also be exciting.
Talking about that a bit more, rowing is a very different sport than, say, the ones that have like youth programs coming up. Mm-hmm. How do you encourage students from Notre Dame to come out and participate in the sport who maybe never even tried it?
Right. Generally, that's how it starts. You're not coming on to rowing in high school with 5 years of experience that you've been doing, like with a lot of other sports that you got. So for our Notre Dame at open house, we bring a boat in, like a physical boat, to the gym, and that's really the first time kids see even a boat. They're like used to like kayaking or canoeing when you think of rowing, and we're like, no, this is like a very expensive equipment made of carbon fiber that you sit on and float, and then you put oars in. So that's kind of the first step, is showing off the actual equipment. We try to have like a little screen of film actual rowing on the water, so again, you can help visualize that. And then I also like mail out postcards to incoming freshmen, be like, hey, come try out rowing. Like, we're no cuts, we're no tryouts. Kind of my rule as a coach is to grow the sport and advocate for the sport. So if anyone's willing to try it, I welcome that in. And then kind of generally when kids are on the water, they love it right away, and it just hopefully sticks with them.
Now, for you personally, you rowed at Michigan. How did that prepare you to take on this coaching role?
So I rowed in high school, went to row at the collegiate level. That one was really exciting. Obviously, Division I is much more intense than high school rowing, but it really proves kind of the same thing that you develop as a younger student, like hard work pays off. Like, it's not automatic, but like getting the mindset of the things you do today are going to help you months down the line. Like, the long-term process is really important to focus on, and that kind of comes with collegiate rowing and the experience there.
Well, thank you so much for coming and joining us here today and helping us get to know more about the Eagles crew team.
Yes, of course. Thank you.